Alright, real quick, I just want to preface this video. Triple Crown 24 is doing a special contest of recreating an old video that you made before, maybe like improving it, maybe just changing some things that maybe you didn't like. And this is kind of pretty cool because today I recreated my TTM tutorial of how I do my TTM videos today, and then I go to my subscription feed and then his video pops up and I'm like, well, this works out perfectly because I was planning on already making this video again to show how I do it, and also I can show his channel some support at the same time. So definitely I highly suggest you guys that you go check out his channel, Triple Crown 24. It'll be down below in the description with all the links for you, and just hopefully you'll sit back and enjoy, and hopefully this video will apply to the contest and meet all the requirements. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the end. Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with a special tutorial video. I've been meaning to do this for a while, kind of a revised edition of how I do my TTMs, and maybe to give you an idea of how maybe you want to do them, or just kind of put your own style to it. But these are just some tips that I use, and you can try them if you want. Last video I did was about three and a half years ago. Don't really like how it was. It's sort of still how like I do it, but I have changed it since then. So it's pretty much the same again, but of course if you're new to TTMing, this might be very helpful for you. So I mostly send out 4x6 photos or 5x7s. Every now and then I'll send an 8x10. It's been a while since I've done that, but maybe I'll start here. So I've been using Amazon, and I got a whole bunch of duplicate 4x6 photos that I accidentally ordered, so I got a whole drawer full of those. But yeah, I've been using, if you got an Amazon Prime account, you can order photos and they can get back to you in 5 days to a week, sometimes even less. And it's been working great so far. So it's 9 cents for 4x6s, about 50 cents or so for 5x7s, and about $1.20 or so for 8x10s. So it's pretty affordable. And then you can get the free shipping option, obviously, with the Prime. But yeah, so let's just say we're going to send to Eugene Kranitz. So I got my photo, part of his signature rubbed off on the back of the inside. But what I do is I put their name on the back, just so I don't forget who they are, and then also years down the road I will remember. Why is it not posted? There we go. I will remember who they are so I can share them with other people. And then so I'll get those photos made. I use startiger.com mainly. Links are down below to the address sites I use if you want to check that out as well. I wanted to do a screen record of like how to navigate the sites, but it wasn't working, so I won't worry about doing that. But so first you need your envelope, and I get the these I just get from King Supers. They're about $2.99. They're about 8 3/4 or something like that. What are they? No, not 8. They're about, I think they're 6x9. They're just small enough to go for one stamp, unless you put a whole bunch of items in there. But they're just small enough to go for one stamp, so I usually get those. Just I got the stick and peel, so it's easy. Just peel it off, seal it, put some tape on it. So you gotta have your envelope. Obviously, your address up in the top corner there, and their address in the middle. Try to make it easily legible, obviously, because the machines are going to be reading it, and you want to make sure your handwriting is well. I usually handwrite to the people and then use address labels for mine. Just it seems to be helping better. But You can also, print your own if you're printing out to people. I just don't worry about doing that. You can also print on the envelope itself if you have the capability of doing that. Then you're going to need a SASE, which stands for self-addressed stamped envelope. Always make sure, unless the person specifically requires that you send just just an envelope with no stamps, sure, but always make sure you pay for postage. You help them out. Don't be greedy. That'll turn people off from signing if you just make them have to pay for it. Every now and then you'll get surprises from people that they'll pay for postage back and send a whole bunch of extra things. They really like your letter, or they really feel in a giving mood. So, and sometimes you get your envelopes back and you reuse them. But yeah, so what I do, I also put the address labels, put two, one in the corner, one in the middle, to double the chances. Obviously, make sure you put two, because I did used to for a time. I got lazy and I wasn't putting it up in the corner, and some never came back, or they came return to sender, and the only reason I got stuff back was because they were up in the corner. So I'm not going to share my address labels. You guys, I guess I can block out the address. How about that? Maybe. Well, they're just, my name. So little address labels, I get them from Vistaprint. Decently priced. They come back pretty quickly, so that's what I do. You have to put them on your self-addressed envelope. And what I like to do is I take a blank piece of paper, I fold it in half, and I just stick it in the envelope, so that way you have a little bit of protection. They also got a scrap of paper if they want to write on. Kind of protects your photos when they're in there. They can put it in between, they can whatever. Also make sure, use matte photos. Glossy, try to avoid as much as possible, because they will rub a lot more. Matte, it's a little bit harder to rub, and they seem to hold the signature better. So I would use matte photos. And also another trick I like to use is I'll show you here. I put the month and year I sent it out, so 6/19, and then again, I'm not actually sending any Gene crayons, but I would put EK, is it first name and last name initials, so that way, because I have had some in the past come back with it open and nothing's in it, and I'm like, well, I have no idea who it is. So all I had to go off of was the stamp from the post office of where it was postmarked, and then person's initials and the name, and so I can go back through my Star Tiger account, approximate time where I sent it and where it's coming from, and kind of get an idea of probably who it was. So that's one trick I would use. It's definitely helpful. Also, you can know how long it was out for. You can maybe try and take a guess just for fun. I don't know why this keeps focusing in and out, but yeah, so that's what I would do on that. So you just put it in like that. I usually put them in the back, the photo in between, and then the letter, oops, will go on top of the photo, so that's kind of in a sandwich, and it kind of protects the photo a little bit on its way there. And you can handwrite your letters, you can type them. I used to handwrite for years, and my hand just couldn't take it. It was just taking so long, and wasn't getting any letters done. So I kind of switched to typing. My letters are kind of structured. I'm not going to like share all my letters because they got personal stuff in them, but they're structured, depending on who I write to, something about them, or that like drew me to them, or it's just a story about my life, things that happened that maybe they might have also done as well. But so they are different. I'm not like, I don't call them like a form letter, because I change them up. Depends on who I write to. I like to keep it different, change things that might be happening in my life, and just kind of give them insight that I'm a legitimate collector. I'm not selling, I'm not a dealer, I'm not doing this. All my autographs you've ever seen, And these videos are still in my collection, or I've given them to somebody. I've never sold them, never put them on eBay. I've given some duplicates to people as gifts. I've sent out requests specifically for people, like you saw the project with Garrett last year. Like I sent 3 different packages. Hopefully he got the 3rd. It was just a little one, so just a little special one for him. But yeah, all my autographs are in my collection. They're all, you can see some of them behind there in the binders. Not in the boxes. Got to figure out what to do with those. But yeah, so that's how I do them. It's up to you if you want to handwrite or type. I don't think it really matters. Just as long as you put some, like, make it more personable. It makes it more fun for the person who's reading it, and they really think that it's a lot more legitimate and makes it more fun for them, more fun for you. I think just being able to tell a famous person about yourself, because how many times do you get to meet somebody who's super famous? This is your chance to be able to talk with them. So that is what I do. And then again, make sure you put the stamp on both envelopes. Then you can use one stamp for this one. If I'm sending to somebody who charges, I'll include a few more extra blank pieces of paper folded in there, or a piece of cardboard. Put an extra stamp on there just for shipping on both. So there'll be 4 stamps actually. So 2 on the outside, 2 on your self-addressed envelope to come back. And that kind of helps protect them too. So I mean, if you're paying $10, $15 for an autograph, you don't want it getting bent. So, and also, don't worry about putting "Please do not bend" on it. It's just gonna make them bend it. I've found that so far I stopped doing that, and they come back bent less. So you don't even have to worry about putting "Please do not bend." So that's, in 10 minutes there, that's how I do my TTM. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helps if you're new, and maybe gives you some ideas of how to do this hobby. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys with a recap either today or tomorrow for my TTMs. And also make sure you go check out the newly started Instagram account. I'm trying that out. Links are down below for you, and the Facebook. So talk to you later. Bye.